Hey, what's up, Pryority Mail family? This your boy Eric. I think I'm gonna call this segment a Priority Mail Health News Update because this ongoing issue that I keep hearing on the news about this coronavirus is literally driving people crazy. So let's unpack this that's going on right now, and let me hit you with some quick stats and facts. Because again, I told y'all yesterday, man, don't be panicked. They tripping with all the stuff that they sharing. And you have to understand the news, how they put a spin on things because they need ratings. And they need people going and clicking links and uploading and all this crazy stuff because that generates dollars for these multi-billion-dollar news stations. So I'm going straight to the CDC. I had to pull some of this stuff up because it's a lot. But I want to hit y'all real quick with some quick stats. Now, where's my little cheat sheet? Here we go. So, the city of Wuhan, China, just reported that there's 25 deaths from the coronavirus. Now, that city has over 11 million people in the city. And it seems like the local government there has put that city on lockdown. Okay, so no one in or out of that city. Unfortunately, a few people have managed to get on a pressurized metal tube and make their way over here to the west. And at the time, they weren't sick. And now they're presenting with symptoms suggestive that they have been infected with the coronavirus. And we have two cases here in America. One that the most recent one was a 60-year-old lady in Chicago. Again, we'll see what that turns out to be. And in China, they canceled everything. They closed the McDonald's. Now, that's as west as you can come in the Far East is a McDonald's. The Golden Arches in China, you know, people losing their mind. You close McDonald's? Come on, man. But I understand because, again, when you have something like this and you don't know what the potential of the damage that this can cause, you try to get ahead of it. So they are being proactive, somewhat, so to speak. With this situation because you want to try to get ahead of this if you can because again y'all seen those movies Outbreak and the few others out there that talked about how these viruses start and how they basically are around the globe in 48 hours and everybody dead in 2 months. It's crazy. So yeah, but they closed Disney World. They stopped all the Lunar New Year celebrations. Yeah, and again, no one in or out of the city. So, yeah, it's concerning, and we need to be concerned, but let's not lose our mind behind this again, because let me give you some quick stats here on the flu. Just the flu in general, because this is part of that spectrum of viruses that are happening this time of year. The flu is projected to kill minimum 40,000 people here in the United States this year, okay? And that's been every year for many years. They've had that projection, okay? I'm at the CDC website right now, and the current projection is they've estimated between 33,000 and 50,000 deaths from flu, okay? You are susceptible to dying from the flu if you have the following. If you're 65 and older, okay, that places you at high risk. If you're a pregnant woman, places you at high risk. If you have asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, if you have poorly managed heart disease, congestive heart failure, also if you've had a stroke, uncontrolled diabetes, HIV/AIDS, I hit some of this yesterday, any cancer, especially if you're in chemotherapy where that affects your immune system, and young kids, the old and the young are very vulnerable to the flu. So, but those are some of the risk factors that place you at high risk of dying or having major complications from the flu and possibly dying. Now, again, I don't want you to freak out because if you are in good health, you should be fine. If you got the flu shot, you may get sick, but you shouldn't die from this coronavirus. Now, again, that's all that you're seeing on the headlines. Whatever network you're looking at, the headlines are coronavirus, coronavirus, coronavirus. Don't be distracted by what they're showing now because there's other stuff happening in this world that we need to be aware of. And this is just something that's still in the headlines for a moment. This will pass. As I shared on yesterday, SARS, avian flu, swine flu, Ebola, all that stuff came and went. And this will do the same, okay? Practice good hand hygiene. Take care of yourself. Avoid people that are obviously sick. If you're traveling, be extra vigilant and cautious in how you entertain commonly touched areas out there in the world. And if you're sick, stay home. Stay at home. If you can afford to, stay at home, y'all. And don't be losing your mind what's going on behind this. I'm going to share some more signs and symptoms of the flu that you need to be aware of. But here are a few quick ones. If you have flu, whether it's coronavirus or what, if you have these signs and symptoms, you need to get in your car and get to the doctor. But if you can't do that, you need to call an ambulance, okay? If you are short of breath and you haven't been, you're wheezing, you're coughing up blood, you have fever that is uncontrolled, you've been taking Tylenol, ibuprofen around the clock and it's not responding, you can't hold fluids down like water, Sprite, you can't hold that down, and your urine look like tea when you go to the restroom, you get somewhere soon, right now. Your home remedies ain't working on this one, okay? Get somewhere, see somebody, okay? If you dizzy, lightheaded, when you stand up, you about to pass out, that is a sign that your body is not responding well and you could actually be in septic shock from this, okay? If you met that criteria I spoke about earlier, okay? If you're 65 and older, you got HIV, you got AIDS, your diabetes, high blood pressure, stroke is uncontrolled, you happen to be pregnant, you happen to be very young, with a developing an immune system, and you have cancer and you're undergoing chemotherapy, you are at high risk if you get the flu, whether it's coronavirus or not, okay? So, but I don't want you to panic, y'all, because again, the flu is projected to kill 40,000. So far, only 25 have died from this so-called deadly coronavirus. So don't flip out. It's on track to do what it's supposed to do anyway, okay? You just do your best not to be in that number, all right? Look at this shirt I got on. This is my brother here, First Law of Nature, Life Preservation. My brother Mike Mitchell, plug in your business, bro. He does a great job out there. You in need of trying to make sure you know how to take care of yourself and your family. Check him out, y'all. First Law of Nature. He's on the gram, Facebook, probably Twitter as well. Check him out. But this right here applies to what I'm talking about right now. First Law of Nature, take care of yourself first and your family, okay? While you think about all that's happening with this flu, don't flip out, y'all. The stuff I've already shared, it's very logical. You have questions or concerns, hit your boy up and I'm going to give you the advice you need, all right? And if you don't remember anything, y'all, remember, it's easier to stay well than it is to get well. #Priority Mail. Peace, y'all. Wash your hands. Holla.